people these days are surprisingly hardworking. People these days are surprisingly hardworking.
Light it up!
Ooh, it sure is cold today. Here to see Odette? Perfect.
I think I'll leave the Lelek question until after. Child said he was originally going to come. Is there anyone here who looks like Atonia? Mr. Chuganov's back again by the looks of it. Oh no. It looks like the show's starting, and I still haven't found Tonya. Never mind. I'll just have to take a seat for now and see if I can catch her afterwards.
Members of the audience, I'm a staff member here at the theater. Today's performance was a very special one for us, as it marks the first attempt in a long time to revive the classic Snezhnayan ballet, Spirit Seeker. To commemorate this occasion, we would love to take a group photo of the cast, crew, and audience members present today. Could I kindly ask the audience to please come up onto the stage?
All right, everyone, huddle in a little more. Now, look at the camera. 1, 2, 3.
Are you quite satisfied, Mr. Energy Scientist? I rather hope you don't have any other escape plans to add to my workload today.
What are you talking about, Sarge? This was simply my way of inviting you, and wasn't the performance spectacular? In the future,
It was indeed a fine performance, but I must correct you on one point.
Working hours and non-working hours are just a social construct. Human technology can never advance if we're too rigid in our thinking, Sarge.
May we leave now?
Already? I mean, I was kinda hoping to soak up the atmosphere for a little long. Off we go then, Sarge. Back to the land of working out.
That has to be her. Your brother's busy today, so I took his ticket. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
What's wrong? Maybe she caught a cold on the way here because...
I haven't seen snow like this in a long, long time.
I know. It's completely
Let's wait it out for now. You'd be lucky not to freeze to death in this weather, let alone find your way.
Well, look at that. Maybe...
Let's wait and see.
Why do you need to take it so seriously? Fate has...
Come to think of it, there's a small inn not far. I know the route well. Shall I head over and borrow a few blankets?
Sir, there's really...
Hey, it's no trouble at all.
What a kind gentleman. Very good. My wife and...
So... Are you expecting us to go back to the Armory Palace wrapped in blankets too?
Don't worry about that. I made arrangements in advance. Should I not return to the Armory Palace within 3.5 hours after Operation Showtime begins, an armed squad will be sent to collect us. They will escort us back. You are one of our key military personnel, so any weather-related risks must be...
Operation Showtime? So, wait. Every single time you drag me back to work when I sneak... I gotta say, you've really turned this into quite a moral dilemma.
It's snowing pretty hard.
Sure.
Time to get to work. I should head backstage and...
Excuse me, are you looking for someone? Ah, a fan, I'm guessing? Sorry, but that area...
Huh. Bad timing, I guess.
What happened to the gentleman who went to fetch the...
I was thinking the same...
Whatever the reason for... well, I
You seem anxious, Mr. Valeri.
It's been nearly 4 hours since I left the armory. The army, they know how much I despise tardiness and disrupted plans. There's simply no reason that they shouldn't have shown up by now.
Surely a snowstorm like this one counts.
Few things in this world can stop the Snezhnayan army, Mr. Mitya. And a snowstorm is certainly not one.
Why don't you go out and take a look? They might be right outside.
An absurd hypothesis. I have no intention of leaving your side for even a moment until I have
This doesn't look like an ordinary that guy who left earlier. It looked like he just vanished into thin air. Either that...
A man-eating snowstorm? Come on. Night ha...
Traveler, didn't know you were coming today. How come you didn't say anything? What is it? Something the matter? Whoa, that's quite a snowstorm out there. I've been working backstage this...
Huh. Is weather like this rare even in Snezhnaya?
Yeah, snow like this. I'm sure... Actually, I take that back. I don't think I've seen snow this bad even in the wild. This is...
If even Alosha thinks snow like this isn't normal, could it...
We can't stay cooped up here forever. Someone needs to go out and take a look. No need. Everyone by the door. Careful not to let the snow soak into your shoes.
Heading out, my man?
Thanks for the advice. I am planning to be careful.
He's back!
Did you see any soldiers patrolling the area?
Something about this storm isn't right. There's no one out there. I didn't see a single soul. This isn't your average snowstorm. I suspect it might be related to recent events in our nation.
Are you serious? So,
You want to go outside and...
This just turned from a minor delay into a major hassle.
We can only hope that our friend who went to fetch the blankets just ditched us and went home.
Is it really that bad? But my daughter, I won't be able to read her a bedtime story tonight.
Huh? What are you all still doing here? Whoa! It's snowing hard! So now we're stuck here? Oh, this is terrible! On the bright side, the theater's always well stocked with supplies. If the snow still does, at least, fine by me.
This seems like a sensible backup plan under the...
What are you staring outside and praying for, my man? You anxious to get...
Oh, your majesty the Tsaritsa, I beg you. This is a golden opportunity to spend the night under the...
I think I've changed my mind. Sir, if you so much as look at us funny, you'll be seeing stars in a...
It's getting colder. We need to keep the indoor temperature up. Close the door and lock it tight.
And then there's the aristocrat. Because nothing... Look at that.
And I am Chuganov.
Are you really that... Oh, I'll have to ask my rope later.
How are you?
I'm fine. Sorry to worry you.
Child must take great care of his sister.
You know, I actually find stuck in a strange place. Exactly.
Look after yourself.
My husband...
That's the price of, hello.
I don't think it's ever been this lively back. Hey, have you seen Chuganov?
I'm with you.
Yeah.
For the Rokad, or...
This is highly irregular. A delay of over an hour during an
Sarge, the day you learn to let go and just enjoy moments like this, Why, hello, ma'am. I believe you were the one sitting at a nearby table back at... Any friend of the theater's star performers is a friend of mine. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Mitya, from the Energy Commission.
Greetings. Major Valeri, head of the Special Assignments Battalion. I am here to ensure Mr. Mitya's personal safety. Please let me know if I can be of...
Miss Traveler, I cannot help but notice that Miss Odette is stealing glances at me. I've racked my brains, but I can't think of anything I might have done to offend her. Perhaps she knows...
So, Mr. Mitya, is your work related to projects?
Yes, that's right. The higher-ups in the... Really? I can't even talk about that? Pretty sure it counts as part... All right, I won't say anything.
I have to say, even though today...
I could... Do you think we...
What about you? What did you think of today's performance? Really? I'll make sure to...
This doesn't seem...
so unfair.
And now... You know Mitya too?
No, I don't. How's it looking?
No change from this afternoon. Heavy snow with no sign of...
May I have your attention, please? We at the theater owe everyone in a few short moments.
I'll pass on sleeping on the stage.
A drama about sleeping?
Not bad.
Anyone who doesn't wish to sleep on...
I guess I'll call it a night. Though, I'm sure she'll be worried that I haven't made it back yet. I wonder if she's feeling any better yet?
Finally. Welcome back to the world of the living, lazy bones. I was about to wake you. The black mist is almost on us. Still waking up, huh? You know, the black mist. It's been... Come on, let's keep heading up. Onwards and upwards is the only way to
Here we go again. The endless...
What's going on? That black mist down there is creepy.
The Black Mist cultists believe that being swallowed by the Black Mist leads to everlasting peace. But if you ask me, they're just lying to themselves. We're the only heretics left. The only ones who refuse to give in. We have to keep going.
But how do you actually know that they're wrong?
Dangerous question there, Torgov. The moment your faith wavers, you start a chain reaction that ends in the collapse of your will. Put the question out of your mind. Stay strong and believe that the Black Mist means certain death.
Okay, but it's not my mind.
I can't do this anymore. I've had enough.
All this will pass eventually, I promise. Keep fighting.
You accuse the Black Mist cultists of being liars. But you're lying too.
The cult of the Black Mist has poisoned your mind, Sobolova. Are you thinking of giving up as well?
I am. I think...
As much as I detest the Black Mist...
Then I bid you both farewell. Let me put my personal opinions aside for a moment and say, I hope that you both... Fate always appears so impossibly complicated. Their fate was sealed from the instant they entertained doubt. From then on, the outcome was both Torgov and Sobolova are gone. I never thought the day would come when even they would be swallowed by the Black Mist. It's just you and me. Yes, it looks like it's satisfied. This happens from time to time. But it won't be long before the Black Mist starts chasing survivors. Well, we should make the most of the precious moments of rest that... Huh? Are you really that sleepy, Traveler?
What is it, Huguenot?
Is it morning already? Sounds like it's coming from next door.
Don't look, Miss Tonya. Stay here.
What happened to them?
These two people have passed away. And the strange thing is, have I seen this moment before? Or did I have some kind of premonition?
Let me take a look. No vital signs in either of them. They're dead. The cause of death, however, remains unclear. No wounds on the bodies, no signs of a struggle, and no skin discoloration.
But just last night, they were chatting and...
Could they have had pre-existing medical conditions?
It's hard to believe that they died of natural causes, nor does this appear to be a suicide. Who was the first to discover the bodies?
It was me. But these deaths have nothing to do with me, officer. Then I noticed that the door to this room was open, and it looked like there was...
I can corroborate this. I was doing my morning exercises near the stage. I can also confirm that I didn't see a single...
The snowstorm was raging all night, and it's still going now.
You mean an intruder? No, not possible.
Everyone, split into pairs and search the theater for anyone in hiding, or any signs of suspicion.
Backstage is clear. No...
We checked the basement. Also clear. I don't think there's anywhere here that a living person could hide.
Are we certain that the theater doesn't have a back door? Or any tunnel or...
No, there's nothing like that. If people were sneaking in through... I also checked the windows. All of them are locked from the inside, and...
It sounds like we can safely rule out the intruder theory. If anyone came in during the night in this weather...
This can only mean one thing. It's like one of those murder mysteries you see in...
We can't quite jump to that conclusion just yet.
Could he be right? It's hard to imagine something like that happening in real life. Set in a theater during a snowstorm, a murder takes place and the killer is among us. It's such a classic trope that it seems... unbelievable.
Looking at who the killer targeted, and the clean entry and exit... It all adds up. I know what this is. It's obvious now that I think about it.
What is? What have you figured out?
Both victims were wealthy, well-known local merchants. And the door was deliberately left open so I would discover the bodies and witness the crime scene first thing in the morning. Such ruthless methods. This was your doing, wasn't it, Lelik?
Lelik?
You mean Lelik is among us? And he's the killer?
Lelik. I know this code name. Member of the Rokot, anti-Project Stuja. Always works. Walk me through your reasoning, Mr. Chuganov.
What now, huh? What now, Lelik? What more do you want from me? You snuck into my house the other day while I was asleep. Left up.
So, he really was threatened by Lelik.
And now you're resorting to murder to threaten me. Isn't that right? I knew it. The Rokot despises the rich. The lives of the wealthy are... Show yourself! Which one of you is Lelik,
Was this really Lelik's doing? Would Odette really do something like this? If Odette really is Lelik, this seems out of character. I'm probably the only one here with a compelling theory about Lelik's true identity. What should I
don't think it's likely that at least from the stories I've heard, he's never killed anyone before. And his name has never come up besides. Even if Lelik did want to threaten you, why resort to such an extreme and
Vodianitsa doesn't know that Lelik might be Odette. But her assessment...
Miss Vodianitsa, why do you suddenly feel...
Defense? Oh, no, it's just... I'm worried that we're jumping to...
Well, if you think I'm so wrong, what's your theory then, Why don't you tell us who the...
The case is still evolving, Mr. Chuganov. Please do not prevent others from...
Even so, there's no denying that the recent threat received by Miss...
So there's still a good chance that...
Whoa. Take a beat. And whoever this...
As much as I regret because as things stand... Unless anyone has...
You're right. That was my bad. It was a knee-jerk reaction. I didn't think it through. Luckily, no...
Since Vodianitsa and I were on the same page earlier,
Whoa. Are you... Odette? Really? Odette?
Actually, it's exactly what you'd...
And now that you mention it, the more I think about it, the more sense it seems to make. It all adds up. What are we up to now? 1, 2, 3, 4... Odette's identities. She's my coworker, specifically a ballerina, and also a fatu... It must be so exhausting. I guess since I've always known her as a member of the Fatui, it never even crossed my mind. I don't understand. If she's with the...
Probably best if you ask her that in person.
Well, since you waited until now to bring this up instead of announcing it to Yeah. Lilac may not follow orders from the Rokot leadership, but as far as I'm concerned, she's never crossed the line. If anything, her actions benefit the poor. We need to confront her face to face.
Do you think she'd really admit to being...
I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. Now's her chance. Hey, Odette!
What is it, you guys?
Shh! Keep your voice down. So, you're Lilac, aren't you? Alright, fine. You don't have to say anything, or none of us believes you'd kill innocent people. Whoever murdered those 2 people, Traveler was the first to figure out your identity, but she kept quiet during the discussion just now. Still, it's clear where the group consensus is heading. We're your colleagues, and we know what kind of... So, can you clue us in?
Alright. Yes, I'm Lilac. And no, I'm not. And thanks, but I don't need you to cover for me. Actually, I'm planning to
Huh? You're good...
That's right. But after
are you... Mr. Valeri! What?!
I don't know what game you're playing, but you've got a lot of nerve.
It's just one identity. So what if it's exposed? I can disappear and adopt a new... I made my peace with this when I chose to become Lilac. But more importantly, I promise I am not the murderer. So, if anyone still insists that I did this, you'd best produce the evidence. Otherwise, I suggest that you bite your tongue. Because if you really believe I killed 2 people without making a sound or leaving a trace, pointing fingers at me would sure...
Is this really the truth, Miss
That's confidence, all right. I believe you.
A real no-nonsense attitude. I can see why Marionette said that she's on track to inherit the title of the Fair Lady.
Are you seriously buying this? Hey, officer! She just admitted to being Lelik. Aren't you going to do something about this?
I do have one question, Miss Odette. Why have you
If I didn't say anything, everyone... And that is exactly what the real
Despite all the accusations, she made the smart choice. A remarkable display of rational thinking.
She thought so far ahead. Why don't...
You've convinced me. Dealing with the murder case remains the top priority right now. Nevertheless, the group still considers you the prime suspect.
I understand. You're welcome to keep an eye on me.
Mr. Chuganov?
For my wife and daughter's sake, I'll let you off the hook for now. But don't think you're forgiven for...
Good work, Lelik Guard Team. And Lelik, too.
Turns out Valeri knew about my exploits, so now I've been told I have to guard.
Shouldn't you be facing my way if you're guarding me? At the moment, it looks more like you're my bodyguards.
If the true culprit is indeed still at large, as you have claimed, we must keep our guard.
Don't worry, Tonya. Once the snow stops, the officials will step in.
But... once the snow stops, won't everyone just...
You're gonna miss us, huh? Well... Aw, all right. Let's swear to it.
Promise.
Don't indulge her, Tonya.
You really do get carried away sometimes.
Hey! Mind your own...
Don't be nervous, Miss Wateramp. Everyone's here. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Excuse me? Do I look nervous?
No.
Oh. Wait, but how... Okay, plenty of people know that I'm...
Primary mode of expression. I've not come across that concept before.
Well, it's just... We water imps tend to communicate our emotions. The emotions we convey through song take precedence over our facial...
I'm impressed, Shram.
It's not about being cultured or not. The thing is, and yet, you're clearly...
It's really not the big deal you're making it out to be. I think I just have a knack for it. Anyway...
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Still, the fact that you have a water imp friend is even more...
Hey, what are you implying?
Heavens! Why would I...
It's getting late. We should discuss our sleep...
I suggest that we don't sleep in separate quarters.
As long as someone keeps an...
Are you saying that you...
Nonsense!
Then I propose the following arrangement for tonight. The Traveler, Odette, and I will form the...
An excellent idea. I expect that plan took you quite some time to come up with, didn't it?
Actually, our field combat manual outlines a similar approach. That being said, I must clarify that I harbor no disrespect towards... In fact, Lelik's numerous covert operations make fine textbook examples for military...
I care less about respect, and more about the fact that you just robbed me of 2/3 of my sleep tonight. I'm calling dibs on being the...
It's almost time. We should wait... Oh, not going to argue with that. I'll take a quick nap.
It's finally time for Odette and I to share the night watch. I should wake her up. I came here to get information from her in the first place. Maybe I should think about what...
How long are you gonna keep staring at me? Couldn't sleep. Plus, there's something... I had a hunch that you wanted to convert... I just had a simple question. Rosaline, in her final moments, did... I see. No. She was utterly ruthless in pursuing her goals. And yet, even though I never approved of her methods, and she was an abrasive person, oh, she told you. I guess that makes sense. I think she and Rosaline were on yes. Rosaline wasn't the kind to gossip about this sort of thing. When I was a child, I had to join the Fatui for the sake of my mother and me. I trained under Rosaline. It was extremely grueling, and it didn't exactly come naturally to me. All I could do was try to ignore the biting. I was a newcomer. Every day was a struggle against the cold, pain, and fatigue. And most nights, I struggled to fall asleep. After enduring all that, I've become almost immune to the sensation of pain. I suppose that was the cost of survival. Surely, any child who had to experience that would grow to hate her lot in life, don't you think? So, I put an equal amount of effort into my ballet. Because in my young mind, that was the only way to defy my fate. It was my way of telling her, the Fatui's demands and your expectations of me are not what I wish for. One day, I will leave. I think she probably blamed my poor performance in training on my passion for ballet. She knew my heart wasn't in it. One time, when I was secretly practicing a dance at night, she suddenly showed up. There to I told her, you don't deserve to watch the dance I learned from my mother. She looked stunned. I guess she was surprised, but strangely enough, after that, she never interfered with my dancing or asked me how it was going. She was. But even now, whenever I take out this core Ignis, I can't help but think of that night. Of the look on... sort of. Although gift might be too kind a term. This is her... She knew the location of every piece of core Ignis. If any recipient... So, when news of Rosaline's death reached Snezhnaya, but I kept mine. I still wonder... Did she really come to stop? I guess she didn't leave anything behind. Not that I expected her to. It's fine. It's just a bit... She did. Are you sure? Huh. No, she didn't. Wait. In that case... Okay.
There's something I'm trying to figure out. I'm beginning to suspect that Paimon's very important to me, so I have to get to the bottom of this. I figured...
The ultimate goal of this energy experiment is to create a weapon for the fight. The weapon's construction was completed in Nodcry. Now, all that remains is to arm it with a sufficiently powerful energy. Yes. The weapon's development and all the related experiments are overseen by Lord Piero, the Jester, and the lab is located deep within the Armory Palace. I'm not sure why this experiment would be making Paimon feel unwell, though. Once we get out of here, I'll help you. And I'm hardly the organization's proudest member, as you know.
You two seem to be hitting it off.
I thought you were...
Of course I was. In the military, one learns to fall asleep quickly, even in the most inhospitable environments.
Even if he was awake, he can't have...
Well, thank you both for keeping watch. Traveler, I'll...
Sure. This is our second night here, but at least I found... I hope she's been sleeping well the past couple... Huh. Why do I feel... Seriously? Is this payback for when I... Never mind.
Hey, what are you spacing out for?
How long have we been walking for?
Time's lost all meaning. Ever since...
A star key? Or key star? Anyway, the person who named...
Whatever. But it seems like no matter how far...
Well, we've come this far. You never know.
Monsters! Watch out!
Not again! I must...
Fine. Hey, tough guy!
Cryostorm!
That's it! Hey, tough guy!
Encase! Here they come again! Get ready!
Let's go! What the? What the? What the? What the? What the?
Monsters ahead of us? The black mist behind us? Feels like there's no escape.
Shut up!
Are you hurt,
No.
I get you.
Yeah. The hope that the star gives. Otherwise, why would it always be out of reach?
We know you mean well, but you're only saying...
Thank you, friend. You're going to continue, aren't you? I admire that.
It's not an illusion. We really are getting closer to the star.
Congratulations. You're the first person to make it. I'm the stars. The black mist has stopped rising. Its hunger is satisfied for now. Having devoured, this is a good opportunity. I'll let you get some... Congratulations on reaching the starting point. Once you are... Huh? What's wrong?
Is that...
Coolish, wake up! Please wake up!
The situation is identical to that of the two casual...
At least there are some elements that we can rule out this time. They slept on the stage with everyone else. So I
Weren't some of us keeping watch last night? Noticed something was wrong.
I'm as confused as you are. Certainly nothing unusual.
Likewise, and from what I've observed so far, both Miss Odette and the Traveler can be trusted.
To be honest, I didn't get a wink of sleep last night. I couldn't help but think I was the target. I heard the Traveler and Lelic chatting, but otherwise I don't recall hearing any commotion during the night.
Me too. I didn't want to wake everyone up. Then, what could possibly be causing this? I worked quietly with Rampana and Coolish for so long.
4 victims. I need to get to the bottom of this as soon as possible.
Still snowing?
Yes, I just checked. Still no sign of anyone outside either.
So we only have ourselves to rely on.
If you ask me, this Lelik must be an expert in poisoning. Clearly she used some poison that can't be detected on the corpse.
Here we...
Listen, I was already thinking to myself last night, she's been playing us for fools.
That's a hideous thought. One that only a hideous mind like yours could dream up.
How?
That's enough! Yesterday, you named Lelik as a suspect because the victims were both wealthy merchants. Lelik might have had a motive then, but today's victims were just ordinary people. Not to mention that they were colleagues of Odette and mine. What reason would she have to murder them? Let me guess, just to scare you?
Who knows? Maybe you don't know her as well as you think. I implore you all to ask yourselves, how many people are there really in this world that have what it takes to kill another person? Not many, I'd wager. Lelik is well known to be a ruthless operator, and now she has...
Everything you said so far is still just conjecture, which doesn't constitute a concrete lead. You need to back up your claims with some evidence.
How can you defend her, officer? What did she say to you while you were on night watch? Maybe I shouldn't be so surprised. You military type. All so you can get your grubby paw. Don't shoot.
Sir, but... You were the one who told us not to stop. 4 people have turning against one another.
Little...
Even if Mr. Chuganov is a puffed-up, pig-headed... He's still one of the victims here, isn't he?
I had no intention of resorting to violence. In any case, I believe Mr. Chuganov has come.
I don't think there's any need for that. What is there to discuss? Nothing about this situation.
Did you have an idea, Mitya? You're the brainiac here, right?
I've been mulling something over. All the leads we have so far concern things from outside the theater. Miss Odette's alter ego, but then there's the 2 double murder crime scenes themselves, which have given us
So what are you suggesting?
I think this could be a supernatural event. It isn't characteristic of human-on-human homicide at all.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't you supposed to be a scientist? That doesn't sound like a conclusion someone like you is supposed to make.
I got into scientific research because of my insatiable...
Now that you mention it, I remember when I first came to the theater. Haunted?
Yeah, I think I heard the same...
Well, this has taken an unexpected turn. A haunted theater?
Why don't we take this opportunity to look for
Very well. Whether it's criminals or ghosts we're looking for, the same rules apply.
Valeri, come take a look at this.
Some sort of notebook.
It's the on-duty logbook for the... He mostly used it to record any unusual incidents during a show, audience numbers, exit times, and so on. Yes, he'd always have...
This should confirm a lot of key details about the recent
Yes. The number of people. I've checked and double-checked, but the numbers just... Apparently, we have an extra person among us.
Are we certain that logbook is accurate?
Unlikely. Coolish took his duties very seriously. I've rarely seen... Not to mention that this... Unfortunately not. The theater recycles tickets. Once people are in the door... Still, I'm inclined to believe...
Did an extra person...
Tonya?
Not yet.
This looks like...
Alright.
Huh. This hat...
Maybe it's... Because her water imp parents belong to the aristocracy, who were driven out of Snezhnaya by the Tsaritsa long ago. And now they live somewhere new, where the postman... It's fine. Alright. Give me...
Ah, Traveler.
Alosha found it. We're both curious to hear your perspective.
An investigation report, huh? Looks quite old.
Alosha found it.
The theater manager must have hired an investigator once specifically to look into this.
Presumably, the manager wanted to know if the supposed haunting was dangerous while also being Anyway, the bottom...
Leyline prob... It's hard to imagine what connection it...
Some of the language... My area of research doesn't... Huh? A piece of paper just fell out from the report. It landed right by your feet. How unnerving. It was tucked in... Death is near. But if so, how did the author...
Maybe things are more complicated than we...
No, wait a second. If we take the report and the note at face value, the report definitively concludes that the haunting... The question is, what exactly does the note mean by death? The various ways... If we take all this together...
Oh, I beg to differ. This sounds to me like a product of a research...
Does it really sound that far-fetched? Alright, well, let's treat that as speculation.
Good. Okay, now that we finally have some meaningful leads, I think it's time... So, that's about everything I'll share my theory first. Based on what we've learned from the logbook, if the killer had simply bought it, I expect he or she either hid in the theater ahead of time, or found a way to slip.
What about the note found in the investigation report?
The killer may have...
So, it has...
This theory makes sense to me. If we haven't...
Could it really be that simple?
So, in other words, all we... Then let me make one thing clear. All the...
It's true. I hear you used every trick in the book to get a hold of that ticket, too. Everything short of throwing a temper tantrum and rolling around on the floor at the entrance. Probably a stupid question, but I might as well ask. Did anyone... Guess it was naive of me.
Especially after the unprompted Lelek reveal. Once was already a miracle. Twice would be unfathomable.
I don't believe any of us here knew Shram before all this. Mr. Shram, did you...
Huh? Me? Why am I being...
It's not that you...
Okay.
Yeah, I have... Although, actually, what was it you said last time I checked? There were barely... And I suppose it's...
Good grief. Are you blushing? Pull yourself together, man. Stop giggling like a...
Hey, revolting is a little strong. All right, fine. I was just a bodyguard hired by our family.
We don't need details. Just get...
Okay. I'm just a little hesitant to reveal her name, that's all. Even with me to protect her. If word gets out that she's dating a human, Both the Fae and human factions will give her a hard time.
Really? Wait, no. That can't be.
Huh? Shrek.
Hmm? Why is everyone looking at me?
Delicate times? Factions?
Yes? You know, the Civil War?
If I'm not mistaken, the last significant civil war in Snezhnayan history was over 400 years ago, when Her Majesty the Tsaritsa had
What do you mean, 400 years ago?
What's going on here? Is Shram from...
All right, Mr. Mitya, you win this round. As far-fetched as it is...
I'm just as amazed as you are. I didn't...
Is someone going to explain what's going on here?
From the look on your face, you figured it out too, haven't you, Traveler?
The theater's ley lines have been marked. Mr. Shram and... For some unknown reason, yeah. The contents of the death is near.
Yeah, the logic is clear now. The investigation report said that there would... Mr. Shram must be one such soul who died in the theater a long time ago. In which case, that also makes him... So when the note said death is near, it must have been referring to death as in...
Someone who died.
In short, there's a dead person
You mean I'm a ghost? No. Don't... But even if I was dead, I know for a fact I didn't kill anyone these past 2 nights.
Yeah. Even if all that...
Then what if the problem isn't the souls at all, but the ley lines themselves? The ley lines have a powerful ability to attract and devour souls. Let's say that the ley line...
Huh. Why does this analogy sound so familiar?
What happens when the black hole can't achieve its goal? I'm only speculating.
That could devoured by...
It does seem to...
Except there's no concrete evidence. Mitya is relying on... Still, it seems like the best explanation we have under the circumstances.
All right, so how could Shram...
On the contrary, it's perfectly normal.
You know what, Mr. Brainiac? I think you might actually... I'm trying to remember and... Even though my head feels like it's going to explode. I was the one who didn't want to remember my own death. So I forced myself to...
Well, I'm sure that...
My lady and I snuck out to go on a date one day. We bought tickets for the theater. All of a sudden, a group of people burst into the theater, shouting for all the water imps to get out. Performers and audience members included. It was clear the conflict between humans and Fae had reached a boiling point. This time, the extremists were even coming after the water imps who had nothing to do with it. I thought I could pull one over on them. So I took off my jacket, draped it over my lady, and tried to sneak out amid the chaos. But I got caught. They started shouting, calling me a... But I was going to do whatever it took to buy her a chance to escape. No matter how many people stood in my way. I had to. Both as their bodyguard. And out of love.
It's all right, friend. You can...
It's just... If I'd known I was a dead man walking, I wouldn't have dragged you down with me. If I'm the cause of all this death, then punish me however you see fit.
But...
No. I refuse to be a burden. I know what I have to do. I guess it's high time I got a breath of fresh air. Out there, I mean. I'll leave this place. and take all...
Mr. Schramm, I'm sure we can figure out it.
My good sir, we both know I'm not supposed to be here.
No, I'm speaking on a personal level this time.
Let it go, man. Oh, wait. One last thing. Miss Wateramp. My lover. Her name was Litia. Litia Ozarova. Do you know what happened to...
Ozarova.
I'm so glad. As long as she went on to be happy. That's all that matters. There's no need to see me off, my friends.
Take care.
I know, Mr.
Death is cruel, no matter how we might try to make sense of it.
So, was the conflict between even a historical... All people know is that the Tsaritsa founded the Fatui, drove out most of the Fey aristocracy without explanation.
It seems to me like the Tsaritsa chose to make herself the enemy. She downplayed the conflict, That's also why, despite how brutal the conflict was at the time, there hasn't been much lingering.
So, the Tsaritsa banished the Fey to protect the Fey living in the city? She offered herself up to be hated in exchange for peace.
Maybe it's not quite as bad as it sounds. I don't think Her Majesty is too concerned if mortals hate her or not. And besides, there are very few who...
All this time, I had no idea.
Alright, if Mitia's theory is correct, then I think we can consider this matter settled. Let's all take a break.
Ugh, if only this blasted storm wasn't still raging on.
Looks like now we can just rest until the snowstorm. I still can't believe Schramm turned out to be a ghost who'd been in the theater for hundreds of years.
Knock, knock.
Hmm?
Knock, knock.
You know the door isn't closed, right? You don't have...
Think of it as a signal, then. When I'm entering someone else's room and I knock, I'm here as a... Thanks.
So, why did you come to find me? Is there something...
Vodyanitsa said you knew about my secret identity from the start. But when everyone was discussing who Lelik could... Yes.
It's nothing.
Actually, there's something else, so I thought I'd come and ask you for advice. It's about before all of this. The last time I saw him, he was dead. As I'm sure you know, my goal as Lelik was to stop Project Stuja. Well, when I found out the tech lead for the experiment behind Project Stuja was Mitia, I immediately started planning to track him down and threaten him to back out. I often saw him around the theater, but I soon concluded that making my move there would risk exposure, so I decided to infiltrate the Armory Palace and go directly to his lab. That way, the threat would be much more effective. Well, I suppose there was a bit of luck involved, but I am a Fatus, so I already had some familiarity with the building's layout. But when I finally made it to his lab, Mitia seemed to be dead. I checked his breathing and his pulse. He had no vital signs. What I thought maybe another anti-Project Stuja activist.
That's why you were so on guard around Mitia that first night here.
Yes. When I saw him sitting in the audience during the performance, I could barely contain the shock. To me, it was a miracle. Somehow, he'd come back from the dead. But then, the murders started happening and things got... That is, until Mitya himself said there must be a dead person among us. Then I couldn't ignore it any longer.
And yet, you thought that bringing it up right away would single.
Exactly. Besides, we soon figured out.
But now it seems like there's. I understand.
So, what do you think we should do?
Let me confirm one thing first.
Around a week afternoon.
A week ago? That's earlier than I thought. I saw him just a few days ago at a restaurant. That definitely would have been after you found him dead. He seemed completely normal to me. Chatting with Vojenitsa,
So he was definitely alive on that day. Huh.
Here's a thought. The reason we even suspected a dead person could be among us was because of the... But Mitya's...
You're right. I guess he does.
I think the chances of it being him are very low. Surely he can't have died for real in the Armory Palace.
Unless what?
Unless he really did come back from the...
You're right.
Huh, what's this? A private meet and greet? Where do I line up?
That's not...
Well, I was just making the rounds.
What is going on with this storm? Could it be connected to that monster that just arrived in Snezhnaya?
I almost hope it is. Her Majesty the Tsaritsa left to vanquish that beast herself.
Do you think people still feel the cold after they die? I'm wondering about Shram.
Death itself is cold, isn't it?
Well, I hope he has a safe journey. I'm good thinking back on once we get out of here.
Are you okay?
Look who's Mr.
Yeah, without...
Little girl?
Oh,
I've been so kind to everyone, but never, especially when she was little. All right.
I don't...
Are you taking it?
Yeah.
I see.
We should probably discuss arrangements for tonight. Now, however, out of it...
shouldn't we take...
No need.
What a long day. This whole situation, but Valeri's right. I should just...
She's awake. She's awake! Get over here, you big lug, and take a...
If you must call me something, call me Mr. Door. The Black Mist is coming. You need to go.
Are you all right? Can you walk? We just got attacked by monsters on our way up. That Mr. Door fellow protects... He just seemed to come out of nowhere. Not much of a... Curses! The Black Mist is... Mr. Door, I don't believe I've ever seen you around here before. Why is that?
There's no need to try to get to know me.
Mr. Door!
Looking for trouble?
Quick, get rid of them!
I can just push these ones off.
Oh. Well, anyway, we're lucky to have you here. Thanks for saving us earlier.
No need to thank me. This is where my duty lies.
Ready to taste...
So we're doing this the hard way.
Ready to taste my fist?
Fighting Frog!
You win!
Remarkable work, Mr. Door. If I had your muscles, I'd do the same. these doors the one you're looking for?
No.
And Case!
Come no closer.
Oh, could this be?
Condense and
I'm so exhausted. Wait, look! There's more monsters down there. No, no! Mr. Door, what are you doing? We need...
Found it. This is my...
What?
I am a door. This is where my duty lies.
No! You...
You must keep going. A door can only keep things out.
But... Oh, you're right. Let's go. We can... The black mist isn't moving anymore. Looks... I didn't just... Surely I wasn't so scared out of my mind that I... Oh, okay, good. There's no... Getting sleepy?
What time is it? Oh, I guess everyone's still asleep. 2 days have been exhausting. Valeri? Wake up!
Just like the last 2 nights. No clear cause of death. I've been a real thorn in your side, haven't I, Mr. Valeri? But for me, life...
How's... I just checked on her, and it doesn't...
That means Valeri was the...
If Valeri was awake and keeping watch, it would have been...
This is so frustrating. Why has nothing changed since yesterday? I thought we already dealt with the dead person causing all this.
Actually, one thing has changed. There's only 1 victim this time, not 2. Does that mean...
Can a death at night even... No similar case of... But, after the deceased, it's a reasonable conclusion, considering the only variable... Oh, the number of people who die each night is equivalent to the number of dead among us. That's your theory, right?
Exactly. We identified Mr. Schramm, and the night after he left, the death toll dropped from 2 to 1. By that logic...
Another one? But there was only 1 person...
Having an extra person was definitely a cause for alarm, but being 1 person short isn't nearly as unusual. Someone could have left in the middle of the show, or made it out before the storm hit.
One more dead person among us. If Mitya's theory is right, then what Odette told me seems a lot more relevant. It's just... if only...
I'm sorry.
I'm partly to blame as well.
What is this about? What have you two...
Sounds like there's some big news you've been keeping from the rest. I'm the dead person? Wow.
Odette and I talked about it yesterday, but...
Yeah, I don't blame you. If I'd been there, I probably would have reached the same conclusion. It just sounds too unbelievable. Let me just try and verify this. But I honestly have no recollection of dying. That's where I'm different than Mr.
Well...
If you don't mind me asking...
No, never.
Now, just 1 minute. I know where this is going. You're in the hot seat.
Trying to pick a fight, Mr. Chuganov? Whenever you...
You!
Did Mitya ask about Tonya because I suppose I only identified her by age and nothing else.
I'm just saying, you're going around casting suspicion on people for no reason. How could Tonya be dead? I can vouch for her, if nothing else. I've seen her before. She's the sister of that,
Oh, really?
Since being here, I don't think I ever mentioned she was Child's sister specifically.
If Chuganov can vouch for her, then it can't be Tonya either. Miss Odette, could you go over that afternoon with me one more time? When you found—
No problem.
No matter how hard I try, I just can't Miss Vojanitsa, during our last meal together—
Oh, yeah. You said—
Right. And even though I don't— some of my memories from that afternoon are missing.
Are you suggesting you're missing?
Of course. How am I only just realizing this? Humans aren't necessarily aware—
You mean being silently assassinated, or dying in your sleep? Situation—
The researcher's amnesia. I must thank you, Odette. I think your perspective just helped me reach a breakthrough on a serious—
Lee!
Come on, kid.
I have other reasons beyond what's been discussed. In fact, thinking back, I remember during Miss Odette's performance— I can't remember it now at all, and I didn't take any note.
No. There's a glaring—
I believe Miss Odette, all it would take is for the same thing to happen. There's no evidence to suggest that anyone other than me is a candidate for the deceased. So allow me, as a scientist, to treat this as an experiment. Please relax, everyone. I don't think things are as bad as they may seem. If I really am the deceased, then to leave the theater will be a relief for me. If, on the other hand, I'm still alive right now, well, apparently you've all witnessed my resurrection recently anyway. Who's to say I won't return from the dead again this time?
Mitya's right.
What is a scientist with this snowstorm? But if I do get resurrected, you can be sure that I'll come back with the truth.
Poor Mr. Mitya. I didn't even get— Maybe it's a good thing that you weren't there to see it. It was a hard thing to watch. I hate goodbyes. Why does it feel like everyone around me is slowly disappearing? Not just in here, I mean.
in the outside world too. Maybe it's the realization that come to think of, you could take it if I make it
Without regret, I feel like a...
Are you okay? If something's bugging you,
I have a travel...
you're worried about.
To be honest, I used to feel like I was just a spectator in this world. But with Sheila over the last... But by the time I'm trying to...
I don't know if this will... I could be surrounded. Later on, all we can... So... But, Vodian, that's just the like I said before, our songs, but... So I made the... Could you? I've never heard that one before. I feel like I can hear a sense of longing somehow. I wonder why that is. Color me impressed, Tonya. You're a keen listener. Most people can... I've actually... It means something like... May those we have lost watch over us, and follow this song back home in the night, so that we might be reunited once more. No wonder it's getting... Okay, of course.
Once I get out of here, I definitely don't plan on ever coming back. But I guess that means I'll never get to hear Vodianitsa sing again. Before I fall asleep, I should... What was that?
Return, O spirits. Fulfill your oath of protection. No time for questions. Quick, over here. All right, we're safe. The spirit just now is called Night Prayer. The light subdues her, but she'll sort of. I know it's hard, but yep. Luckily, I was here to resurrect you. Otherwise, that'd have been a real...
A bit more than a bummer.
Sure I do. I'm your guardian spirit, after all. I specialize in soul recall. Oh, it's nice...
Oh.
All right. There's no time to... We need to reach the next switch before the place gets too dark. If we bring the light back, Night Prayer won't be able to get to us. Sweet, sweet... Shh! It's Night Prayer. We need to move quick, but don't let her notice you. Look out! The next switch is... over there!
is here too. This can't be the only path. Let's head up there and take a look. Return, O spirits. Fulfill your oath of protection. The switch is just up ahead. Hurry! It's too dark. We're not gonna make... Traveler! I won't let you die like...
Dying is...
Great.
Yeah.
Time for you to get...
What about you? You're not coming with me?
I can't. I've already been used up. A guardian spirit's skills are finite. I can only resurrect. I might not look any different, but I can go no...
Why didn't you tell me?
Because it wouldn't have changed anything. Go.
Well, I guess there's no need to inspect the body.
This wasn't supposed to happen. You lied to us, didn't you, Chuganov? You've been lying from the start.
Take a long, hard look at yourself before you go around accusing other people. I suspected you on day one, Lelik, and now look where we are. By some strange coincidence, you've never been targeted. You just happen to have survived this long? No, you should be the prime suspect. And you, little hunter, ever so content with staying on the sidelines. Yet, you were the one who stopped us from leaving.
Now you're just lashing out indiscriminately. That's either a sign of anxiety or a guilty conscience. Where was all this passion and bravado before? Decided to fight until the bitter end. Is that it?
Is that a threat? Fine, bring it on. You think I'm afraid to die after all this? You want to kill me? Go ahead. I'd like to see you try.
After all the trauma of the past few days, everyone's been pushed to the breaking point. Valeri and Nietzsche aren't here anymore. Someone else needs to step up and take charge. But first, I need to think this through. Considering everyone left, who's the most likely candidate? They're dead, yes, but... She's been recently Of those who remain, people are eased, but... Tonya! Your brother...
No... And...
Chuganov, looks like it's your turn to do some explaining.
I knew you were behind this, Chuganov. Everything about you that night, but thinking back on it now...
Even that was a lie?
Curses!
The reason it's not after a while. So one day, he agreed. We got to the theater.
Oh.
When I woke up, I couldn't find my brother, but there's no way he'd leave me behind. So I decided to stay here.
Tonya.
Yeah, I know. I understand now. After all of that, I'm sorry, everyone.
Your name probably...
Well, when we escaped from the hospital. So when you first approached me, I thought he must have chosen a fake name that only the two of us would know.
At least your memory of... Now it's your...
And... The truth of the matter, my daughter's name, she... After Iskra passed... One day when I came home from work and saw that... I soon discovered that...
Nothing more than a pathetic... So explain your false test.
The night before last, when I was chatting with Tonya, she mentioned that her brother would brew medicine for her from frost fairy flower leaves. Combined with her various symptoms, I suddenly understood everything, including the fact that she was deceased. The snow cough used, but the year, that was the So, more than anyone, poor Miss Tonya, therefore, had to have been from an era when snow cough was still a terminal illness.
So, you projected your daughter onto her? Even though you knew she was—
That doesn't make any sense.
How can you just declare Mitia's gone? My good buddy Shram's gone. And now it's Tonya's turn, isn't it? The others I can make my peace with, but little Miss Tonya, here she is, standing right in front of us, alive and breathing, and fighting her own battles. Yet you're quite happy to say she's dead? I just want her to live. I'll be damned. Not again!
Mr. Chugan, by the sounds of it, I'm not happy about that.
No!
Well, at this point, despite all, since the day I'm very fond. And that's why I'm not fond of you at all, Mr. Chug. It's them that you— Well then, I suppose—
You're leaving already?
My name is Patashka. Feels strange that we're only
Tashka?
What are you doing, Chuganov? Are you—
Let me leave!
In your dreams. Don't— The Fatui have honed I think we should leave. I doubt this snowstorm is ever going to stop. For all we know.
Wait. We finally solved the mystery of the haunted theater today.
Fair enough. I don't particularly—
And yet you won't let me die first.
Hey, Chuganov, on a serious note, if we do make it out of here—
Is this really the time to be All right, fine. I'll shut it down.
Am I hearing things? There it is again. But—
Should we open the door?
If the last few days are anything to go, whatever lies beyond that door at this moment.
Hey, everyone.
How are you doing? Feeling any better?
Much better, thanks. Whew, it is so good to have you. Let me see. Fodyanitsa.
Not Tonya.
First, tell—
You're right. The thing that got me back safely was a song. I heard someone singing. After walking into the snowstorm, my mind grew hazy. I don't know how long I walked through the storm before my mind completely slipped away. Then, suddenly, I heard the sound of singing. The voice instantly brought me back to my senses, and I regained consciousness. So I followed the voice, searching for the source of the singing. I searched and searched, until finally, just a few—
I've actually never performed this song in the theater before. Because it has more of a ceremony. It means something like, may those we have lost—
That must have been Vodyanitsa's requiem.
That song is meant to guide—
Huh. No kidding. See, when I first stepped out of the theater, I was still quite lucid. My memory of it is still pretty intact. I remember the outside world being completely different than what I'd expected. It was like this was a world where only this— I don't know how else to describe it, except to say that— And as for the Requiem, but I didn't experience a clear moment of death while I—
You don't seem any different to me, either. In fact, this is something I've been wondering about for both Shram and
This raises a truly terrible thought. Mitya's soul, of course. Then maybe we've all been dead.
Yes. I think that...
What did you say?
You heard me. We died in the theater. All of us did. But due to an obstruction in the theater's ley lines, our souls are trapped here. It's ironic, really. All that time, we were working so hard to figure out who the deceased among us were, when the truth was... Do you remember that note? Death was nearer than we wanted to think all along. The note simply meant that all of us were already...
So all our attempts to survive, our search for the deceased...
Hard to say. At the very least, we helped 2 lost souls find clarity and go to where they belong. The presence of those 2 is
If what you're... Huh, no one...
That's further proof that...
Am I... really dead? No.
I still find it hard to believe that all of us are dead.
Not even knowing how we died is preposterous.
Exactly. It's hard to rest in peace when you don't even know how you died. It gave me lots to think about as I strode out into the snowstorm. I racked my brains trying to remember the cause of my death, the exact moment I died. Wait. Hold on. Right before I lost consciousness, I think I saw... I can't remember.
Mitya, your hand.
Huh? You're right. There's blood on the fingertips of my right hand. Looks like it's already dried. When did that happen? What the... I guess... this was what I saw. What's wrong? Do you recognize...
It's... Renova. The ruler of death.
Huh?
Alosha, do you still remember that Snezhnayan? It was about the Grim Reaper. When someone's about to die, he appears as an incarnation of... And as soon as you recognize his face, your life is over.
I heard a similar tale when I was little. You think the Grim Reaper in this story referred...
That's right. In which case, death is near could also mean...
Death, the deceased, and the Grim... When I first saw this note, I thought it contradicted the investigation report.
So the Grim Reaper deliberately misled us.
By that logic, the one person most likely to... Identifying the Grim Reaper... No doubt about it. Looking back at how everyone has acted over the past few days, Alosha is most... Is it you, Alosha? You were the first to discover the investigation report, and you had plenty of time to slip...
So? Surely you can't suspect me. What if someone else found the investigation report first? Slip the note in...
There's no denying it. The note could easily have been slipped in...
That's not all. I've also noticed that, although on the surface, looking back now, even though you didn't say much...
What do you mean?
You were the one who emphasized how dangerous it was outside and insisted we all stay here. And earlier today, you tried to convince...
So, you didn't understand my intentions, and...
He still won't admit it? Fine.
The biggest question I have right now is... if the Grim Reaper is impersonating Alosha...
No. That's right. Right at the start, before any victims had even emerged, Alosha... When all this began, right after the performance ended and the snow... It wasn't until we discovered the bodies the morning after that... But it's clear now that the oddities actually started...
Right. So Mr.
And if we pinpoint that moment as the Alosha, you are the only person who walked into the snowstorm and came back without the help of Vojanitsa's Requiem.
More precisely, Alosha never came back at all. The one who came back?
Not bad. Well, since you've backed me into a corner, I suppose there's no point in keeping up the act anymore.
Alosha?
You're the Grim Reaper?
I am no such tired cliché. Mortals should address me as the ruler of death. Before being wiped out for good, you identified the two deceased, and even sensed my presence. A commendable achievement. Far beyond what I expect.
I heard you can ferry souls. Those deaths each night. Were they your doing?
Your initial conclusion was correct. Due to the existence of the two deceased, the ley lines yearned to reclaim those long-lost souls. Every night they devoured an equal number of souls to fill the void. This required no intervention from me. Here, take a look.
What are you doing?
That takes care of today's two. Don't get so worked up. You are already dead, and your souls must...
I know we're already dead. You murdered us, didn't you?
Murdered? No. Murder is when mortals usurp my authority. Death is my jurisdiction. If I require someone to die, you simply met the criteria to trigger my curse of death.
I know about the curse of immortality. So there's another death-related curse You cursed us? When?
So often, humans pray to me, begging to know when their death will come, and what form it will take. But few people ask why. If you must have an answer, know that...
So you're not gonna tell us the truth?
Hold your tongue. By all rights, you shouldn't even be allowed. Those angels from the past are to blame for the reckless renovation of the ley lines here. It's made my work on this occasion infuriatingly...
Work? So trapping us here, making us watch our friends die...
You clearly have a lot of questions. Fine. As a reward for your remarkable accomplishments over the... After the physical body dies, the soul must return to the ley lines for that person's death to be considered complete. My work encompasses the entire process of death, including, naturally, You must also be rather familiar with Natlan's Night Kingdom, I presume? It was I who supported the creation of the Night Kingdom. Here, too, the ley lines connected to the theater underwent some modifications. The angels hoped to make them capable of but this actually hindered their ability to accept ordinary. This effect manifested itself after you died from the curse in the theater, leaving you stranded in the afterlife, unable to achieve a complete death. But if souls who die from the curse of death fail to return to the ley lines within a short window of time, they will miss their... Then, they will remain forever suspended between life and death, no longer subject to the authorities of either.
So if you don't resolve this matter soon, and see all our souls return to the ley lines before long, we'll escape your control.
Nitya is sharp. This must be what Renova was worried might happen, and the reason But if you have the authority to guide souls, why didn't you just show yourself and get it over with?
You seek to understand the mind of a god. Very well. I'll tell you. This is a theater, and I decided I wanted to watch a show about death. That's why I found myself getting quite immersed. I suppose the entertainment you provided makes up for all the trouble you've caused me by being so defiant in the face of death. There.
Can't say I am.
Really? But it fits the stereotypes you humans have about God.
Just moments ago, you were complaining about how infuriating... Work is work, I get it. There are times when it's a
That's a rather unique perspective for a human. You are in fact correct. Due to the obstruction in the theater's ley lines, There is a hard limit on the number of souls they can revealing my identity too soon would inevitably have led to futile resistance. Then there was the issue of the 2 lost souls you called the deceased. The way you
That's what I don't understand. If all of us were souls of the dead, what made their presence among us special?
For centuries, they have refused to return to the ley lines, exploiting the issues created by the angels. Centuries of obsession accumulated during this process. You may think of this obsession as the resentment of the dead, and in this quantity, it was a bomb that could have detonated at any moment. It reached the point where I could not afford to leave it unchecked. But the only way to fix it was to help them acknowledge their own deaths. Only then, with my guidance, could they finally return to the ley line.
I vaguely remember seeing Patashka, but in the most terrifying...
I see your dreams brought you many revelations. So you see, death in fact grants wisdom to mortals. Souls connect to all things in the world. Anyway, giving psychological counseling to lost, that is more of an angel's role. It was something I could not resolve directly using my authority, so I decided it was easier to leave the bomb diffuser. Meanwhile, of course, their presence caused the souls of other members of your party to return to the ley lines each night. From where, as both issues slowly resolved one another without me having to lift a finger, all I had to do was stay close by and keep the situation under control. And, of course, while I was at it, I thoroughly enjoyed watching this drama.
Sounds like you had it all figured out. I just did the math. You said there's a hard limit to the number of souls the ley lines here can receive each day. It's 2, isn't it?
That much is obvious, even to a fool.
It's time to review this whole affair. If the ley lines can only take in... Looking back now, none of us had the faintest idea at the time. From the moment the staff member named Dimov walked into the snowstorm, the incident had already begun. Alosha was the second to walk into the snow during this process. During our first night in the theater, everyone was caught up in the novelty of it all. No one could have expected there would be victims the very next morning. Despite all the confusion, and with the help of hindsight, we finally began to realize that something was amiss with the snowstorm. The ley lines Odette and I spoke a lot that night. 3 people were on watch, but in the morning, we discovered that someone had fallen victim all the same. The deaths of coolish, unexplainable... Later, we discovered that there seemed to be an extra person among us, and subsequently discovered the existence of the deceased. No. We thought it was all over. Mr. Schramm realized a lot happened today. The fact that there was more than one deceased seemed to bring us back to square one. Odette revealed some information she had been keeping to herself. No. Although Mitya did the void in the ley lines, Vodyanitsa was swallowed. As it happened, the girl I thought, come to think of it, and Renova, looking back. No one could have expected anyone who walked into the snowstorm to return. But just after nightfall, Mitya returned, bringing crucial information with him. Various truths began to surface, including that all of us were already dead, and that the ruler of death was here among us. Then, after revealing her true form, Renova callously claimed 2 souls. In fact, now, that covers everything.
Your work isn't finished here yet, is it? The Traveler and I—
The Water Imp's song threw things off a little, but it is of no consequence. The ley lines have already anchored your soul, and the first ray of light tomorrow morning will take you back.
So the reunion in the night that Vodyanitsa mentioned, I suppose that was never—
That just leaves you, Traveler. My power only allows me to temporarily separate your soul from— and your soul is firmly anchored to your body by your will. For a descender like you, who is not bound by Tevat's rules, your death can only be brought through the most violent of means, such as directly destroying either your body or soul. I have no
One last question.
I have no interest in involving myself with descenders. For now. Although, this may change if Asmodee remains missing, or you insist on interfering with our affairs. Death abides no reason. Besides, what you call sacrifice is merely a concept created by humanity. To me, it is nothing more than—
Grim Reaper, you really know how to get on my nerves.
I'm not here to ingratiate myself with you. I kill merely because your deaths are necessary.
Oh, you've made that quite clear. But humans don't take well to being scorned. Not even by the gods.
This is futile. You must know that you are powerless against me in my own domain. I suggest that you save your strength.
For what? Maybe we can't change anything. But if nothing else, we can at least teach you to have some respect for the dead.
Audacious.
How are you holding up, Odette?
What?
How much?
What do you mean?
Has... Mitya?
Oh, yeah. I remember now, comrade. Looks like just like me when Odette found me at the Armory Palace. For some reason, everyone killed by the ruler of death just with one catch. They forgot what happened.
Odette and the others have already forgotten everything.
Could this be the reason? You said this is the ruler... You don't? Does that mean... What about you, though? The ruler of death mentioned that you're a descender? Is that why you can remember?
A full explanation would get...
Well then, now that it's all over, let's figure out what we've... The first thing I notice is that everything here is precisely as we left it, right before our death.
They say that right before death, time slows down and your whole life flashes...
That must be how you know you have one foot in the afterlife by that point. Anyway, this also aligns with previous reports of widespread temporary memory loss among the Armory Palace personnel. Now it seems like, to those unaware of the truth, dying and coming back to life must feel similar to a short bout of catatonic. This leaves me with a couple big questions. What are the conditions that trigger this so-called curse of death?
If nothing else, I think it shows that killing us wasn't her ultimate...
Right. This time only got complicated because of the situation with the theater's ley lines. That's why she had to... Come to think of it, wasn't I about to note something down? I can't remember what it was, but... Sorry, Traveler. I'll catch up with you again.
Ma'am, if I may, no one of your... Yet, you two seem very familiar with each other. And, by the way, have we ever crossed paths? Forgive the presumption.
I can explain everything.
So, Chuganov really is going to shut down the factory. So, you said I promised to take you to the armory. Agreed.